Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 11. It is round 12, Wednesday, the 14th of January, 2026. Let's get stuck into it. It's the first game, Collingwood versus Adelaide Crows at the MCG. Let's go to the first quarter of this match. And the first quarter is nearly completed. Siren's gone for quarter time, and Collingwood have kicked 5 goals, 1 to Adelaide Crows, 1-2 in that first quarter. So it is 23 points the difference Collingwood's way, 31-8. Let's go to the second quarter to see if Adelaide Crows can put some pressure on. Halftime siren has gone, and Collingwood have kicked 2 goals, 5 to Adelaide Crows, 4-1. So it's a little bit better for the Crows, but they're 15 points down at halftime. Collingwood 48-33. Let's go to the second half of this game. Second half will be interesting. Three-quarter time has come, and Collingwood, after halftime, have kicked 6 goals, 3 to Adelaide, 4-6 in that third quarter. It is 24 points the difference going into the last quarter of this match. First game of round 12, and the siren has gone, and Collingwood have put on a clinic in the last quarter, winning by 48 points. They kicked 5 goals, 3 to Adelaide, 1-3 in that last quarter. Collingwood final score 18-12, 120 to Adelaide Crows, 10-12, 72. Well, that could knock off Adelaide Crows off the top of the ladder. Let's go to the second game. It is Essendon versus Geelong Cats at Marvel Stadium. First quarter has completed, and the Cats have come out and they've kicked 4 goals, 6-10 scoring shots to 6. Essendon 3-3. 9 points the difference to the Cats second quarter. Halftime siren has gone, and the Cats have kicked 4 goals, 2 to Essendon, 1-3 in that second quarter, and it is 26 points the difference to the Cats, 56-30. And the Cats bounce back. Third quarter siren has gone, and very even. The Cats won it by 1 point. They kicked 1 goal, 3 to Essendon, 1-2 in that third quarter, and it is 27 points the difference Cats way, 65-38. Let's go to the last quarter of this game. Will it be the Cats or will it be Essendon? Final siren has gone, and the Cats have kicked 6 goals, 2 to Essendon, 2-1 in that last quarter, and the Cats have won by 52 points. Well, that puts Geelong in second place after the Crows losing against the Collingwood Magpies. All right, let's go to the next game. It is West Coast Eagles versus Hawthorn at Optus Stadium. First quarter. Quarter time siren has gone, and Hawthorn have kicked 3 goals, 6 to West Coast, 2-1 in that first quarter. Second quarter underway. Eagles losing by 11 points at quarter time, 13-24. Halftime siren has come, and Hawthorn have kicked 3 goals, 3 to West Coast, 3 goals, 2. So the Hawks won it by 1 point in that quarter. 12 points the difference Hawthorn's way, 45-33. Let's go to the second half of this game. And the Eagles have kicked 4 goals, 6 after halftime to Hawthorn, 1-5. Pretty bad kicking in front of goal in that third quarter for the Hawks. And it is 7 points the difference to the Eagles, 63-56 going into the last quarter of this game. West Coast premiers in season 10. Can they make it another win here? And the final siren has gone, and Hawthorn have won in a thriller. They've won by 4 points. West Coast, they kicked final score 10-13, 73 to Hawks, 10-17, 77. All right, so that puts Hawthorn in fifth place. Six is West Coast. Let's go to the next game. It is Melbourne versus Western Bulldogs. First quarter has completed, and the Bulldogs have kicked 5 goals, 2 to Melbourne, 2-3 in that first quarter. So that's 17 points the difference to the Western Bulldogs. All right, second quarter underway. Halftime siren has come, and the Melbourne Demons have won the quarter by 2 points. They kicked 4 goals, 6 to the Bulldogs, 4-4, and it's the Bulldogs by 15 points, 60-45. Third quarter underway. Three-quarter time siren has come, and the third quarter, Melbourne have kicked 6 goals, 6 to the Bulldogs, 3-2, and it is 7 points of difference to Melbourne. Let's go to the last quarter of this game. Can Melbourne get their fifth win of the season, or will the Bulldogs get their sixth? And in the end, Melbourne have won by 26 points. They kicked 5 goals, 6 to the Bulldogs, 2-5 in that last quarter. Final scores, Melbourne 17-21, 123 to the Bulldogs, 14-13, 97. All right, so Melbourne are pushing for a spot in the eight. Let's go to the next game. It is Brisbane Lions versus North Melbourne. It is 3rd versus 18th at the Gabba. First quarter has completed, and the Brisbane Lions have kicked 3 goals, 3 to North Melbourne, 2-3. In season one, they had a draw here at the Gabba. 94 apiece in that game. And Brisbane have kicked 5 goals, 6 in that second quarter to North Melbourne, 2-6. And at half time, it's 24 points of difference to Brisbane. Second half underway in this game. And North Melbourne, after half time, have kicked 4 goals, 1 to Brisbane, 1-5. And it is 10 points the difference to Brisbane Lions, 68-58. Can the Kangaroos notch up a victory here? No, they can't. Brisbane in the end, final siren. Brisbane have won by 17 points. Brisbane have kicked 4 goals, 2 to North Melbourne, 3-1 in that last quarter. Brisbane final score 13-16, 94 to North Melbourne, 11-11, 77. And that puts Brisbane a game clear on top of the ladder after round 12. All right, next game, Gold Coast versus Port Adelaide at Metricon Stadium. First quarter has completed, and Port Adelaide have kicked 5 goals, 3 to the Gold Coast, 3-5. 10 points of difference to Port Adelaide, 33-23. Second quarter. Halftime siren has gone, and the Gold Coast Suns have kicked 5 goals, 6 to Port Adelaide, 3-3. And the Gold Coast Suns are in front by 5 points, 59-54. Third quarter underway. Third quarter siren has gone, and Gold Coast, they've kicked 4 goals, 1 to Port Adelaide, 4-3. And it is the Gold Coast Suns by 3 points, 84-81, going into the last quarter of this match. Gold Coast need to win, or both teams need to win. Final siren has gone, and Port Adelaide have won this in a classic by 15 points on the road. They kicked 6 goals, 5 to Gold Coast, 3-5 in that last quarter. Gold Coast final score 15-17, 107 to Port Adelaide, 18-14, 122. First quarter has completed for GWS Giants and Sydney at the Giant Stadium. And it's the Battle of the Bridge. Sydney have kicked 4 goals, 2 to 2-2 in that first quarter. 12 points of difference to Sydney, 26 to 14. Sydney are in 15th, GWS are in 9th. Second quarter underway. Halftime siren has gone, and Sydney have kicked 3-2 to the Giants 4-2, and it is 6 points of difference to the Sydney Swans, 46 to 40. Third quarter underway in this second half of this match, and the Sydney Swans have kicked 3-6 to the Giants 1-3, so it's 21 points the difference to the Sydney Swans. Last quarter underway in this game. Will Sydney continue? Oh, they just, final siren has gone, and Sydney have won by 4 points. GWS Giants, they kicked 6-6 in that last quarter to the Sydney Swans 4-1. And in the end, Sydney have won by 4 points. Final scores 13-13, 91 to Sydney, 14-11, 95. Let's go to the second last game of the round. It's St Kilda versus Carlton. And the Saints get another win at home at Marvel Stadium. They're 20 points up. They kick 6-1 to Carlton, 2-5 in that first quarter. St Kilda 37, Carlton 17. Second quarter underway in this game. Halftime siren has gone, and St Kilda, they've kicked 6-2 to Carlton 5-1. And at halftime, it's St Kilda by 27 points. 75 to 48. Second half underway. Three-quarter time siren has gone, and St Kilda have kicked 4-3 to Carlton 5-2, and it is 22 points of difference to St Kilda 102 to 80 last quarter. Final siren has gone, and St Kilda have won by 23 points. They kicked 2-5 to Carlton 2-4. So St Kilda won it by 1 point in that last quarter and got the win. Last game of the round, it's match of the rounds, Richmond versus Fremantle. Richmond have just dropped out of the 8 after a few teams have won. Fremantle are in 5th place. They could go into second after this game. They've kicked 6-4 in that first quarter to Richmond 5-6. So they're 4 points up, Fremantle. Second quarter underway in this game. Halftime siren has gone, and Richmond, they've kicked 5-3 to Fremantle 3-4. And at halftime, Richmond are up by 7 points, 69 to 62 in this game. Second half underway in the last game of the round. And we've got Richmond, they've kicked 6-4 to Fremantle 6-1, and it is 10 points of difference to Richmond 109 to 99. The game is being played at the MCG, last quarter underway. And the final siren has gone, and Richmond have won it by 20 points. They kicked 3-2 to Fremantle 1-4 in that last quarter. And Richmond final scores 19-15, 129 to Fremantle, 16-13, 109. Wow. That puts Cat amongst the Pigeons. The match of the round for round 13, which is Sunday, the 18th of January, 2026, is Geelong versus West Coast down at GMHBA Stadium. So that is a crucial match for the West Coast Eagles. Geelong in third. The team with the biggest winning streak is Brisbane with 6, and they're on top of the ladder. They're the number 1 defense team. St Kilda, the number 1 offense team in the competition. So at the moment, Brisbane are the minor premiers at the moment, and North Melbourne are the wooden spooners. So Brisbane, 9 wins, 3 losses, and North Melbourne, 2 wins, 10 losses. Well, that concludes round 12 for season 11 on Wednesday, the 14th of January, 2026. We'll see you next time for round 13, Sunday, the 18th of January, 2026.